Had another good week. 23 has been good to us so far. We played at home, which we're glad to be at home these 2 weeks. Now we have to go back on the road. So it's been a joy to be at home and play at the Cajun Dome in front of our fans and continue to play good basketball. Texas State gave us a good game the other night. We knew they would. We pulled away in the second half a little bit, and I think we led wire to wire in both games this past week. So we did some good things in both games, and we're just excited to be where we are and be in contention going down the stretch, playing teams that we're in contention with for the conference championship. Jordan Brown, Greg Williams, super games the other night. They've been leading us as seniors, or junior and senior, elderly statesmen, I should say. We consider Jordan a senior sometimes because he graduated, but he does have eligibility left. But those guys played well for us. I thought Themis Fulks, Joe Charles was dynamite in the two games. Jalen Dalcourt helped us the other night and gave a good contribution. So we like where we are. We just have to continue to work and get better. As I said, we're going on the road this week. We started this streak. We were 0-2 with Southern Miss here, beat them 15. They've played extremely well since, and with their only other loss being to Marshall in Huntington. So we were expecting a big crowd at Reed Green Coliseum on Thursday night. Hopefully we'll have some fans there as well. I know they're really promoting this basketball game and trying to set a record crowd there, or back to what used to be in the 80s when they won the NIT. So we'll prepare for Southern Miss this afternoon and start that journey.
It was a festive crowd Saturday and loud and into it. And y'all going to probably be on the opposite side of this in Hattiesburg Thursday, I would think, because they're probably going to have a big festive crowd that they've been looking forward to this game.
Yeah, it's the same game, Kevin. You're right. And I thought about that the other day. And, win or lose Saturday against Marshall, this game's still for first place. So fortunately we won and got the tiebreaker with the Herd. But this game is a big one. They're going to have the biggest crowd they've had, very similar to what we just witnessed the other day. And, our fans are stepping up and trying to build our attendance and boost that to where it needs to be. And Southern Miss is doing the same. And they're one of all the four new schools are in front of us in attendance, and we're next. We're leading the old group.
In preparing to play Southern Miss again, as you've been kind of watching them and scouting them, have you noticed any differences between the first time you played them and most recently how they've been playing?
The biggest difference is they've got a guard back that played. I believe he's from Puerto Rico, and he's done a good job for him and helped spell Mo Arnold some at the point. So that's been good for them. Denjay Harris has played well at times. DeAndre Pinckney's played well at times. Hasse, and of course, Austin Crowley's one of the best guards in our league. And he struggled a little bit from the floor the other night at Georgia State, but they were still able to win. So they're doing the same things they've been doing. They've been consistent. Like us, you've got to go with who you are, especially at this time of year.
Kinsey got his points Saturday, like he's going to do against a lot of people, but it seems like y'all were able to hold everybody else in check.
Yeah, we did a great job, Dan, and that was a goal of our team. We worked extremely hard in practice with the guards trying to take away. One, Taylor leads our team in shots, not Kinsey, okay? And he's going to shoot runners and floaters, and he did the other night. And we held him to maybe 3 for 15. And then Kerfman's like Kentrell. He's outstanding. And he didn't get a shot off the first half, but the second half he got loose and hit one opposite their bench, a deep one, and then he had another deep one from up top. So to limit those guys, and then Kinsey's going to get his to some degree. I mean, he made some tough twos. He got to the free throw line quite a bit and converted. But he also got one rebound, and our guy got 20.
Coach, there's no doubt that this team has confidence, but how important is it for them to not just walk in and believe that they can beat Southern Miss, but to go out and earn it?
No, they know the preparation that's in front of them this week. They've done a great job with that. They do their jobs. We talked about it a little bit Saturday night, and they continue to do it, and I expect nothing less as we prepare to go on this road trip and play Southern Miss and Troy.
Coach, you've talked about Joe Charles in the past. Just talk about the kind of offensive spark plug that he's been able to be the last couple weeks for you guys.
I believe he led the conference in the 2-game weekend in field goal percentage. I mean, he did that at Monroe in South Alabama. If you remember, he was like 7 for 8. He played really good against South Alabama, I thought. But when he's throwing in 3-pointers like he is and playing with confidence, he really helps our team because he's so good defensively. He helps us all over the place. But it's good to see him having fun. The local guys played well the other night in front of a big crowd. And we just got to continue to keep Joe's confidence up. Back to Jamarcus' question, the confidence tank, I've got to keep putting in that confidence tank. We got to keep filling it up.
What is it?
Go ahead.
What has impressed you the most with this team during this 10-game win streak?
Probably their preparation and what we've done every time. They're consistent. They were disappointed and upset after the Old Dominion game, and they came back, and we started off 23 playing Southern Miss here at home, and we're able to beat those guys. And then from there on, they just prepared, and that's impressed me the most. I think this group gets along well. Obviously, they have a lot of intangibles that most teams don't have, and because of that, it gives you a great chance for success. But like Greg said the other night, we're taking it one game at a time. We're looking at the next one and trying to keep playing well and winning. And I thought, going back to Saturday against Marshall, I thought we played well. The only thing I was disappointed, we had probably 4 or 5 turnovers. One was an offensive foul, but we lost the ball a couple times. And then we missed 2 lob opportunities. So we left about 10 points out there, and then we missed some free throws too, but we still outscored them from free throw line because we got 10 more game or in the game.
What do you remember about the first matchup that really worked out in y'all favor that, I guess you figured that you might try to change some things up a little bit and what they try to do?
In our game, we did something different defensively, and Greg Williams guarded Hasse, if you remember, and he's a big kid. He's not a kid; he's a man. I think he's 25. I think he just turned 25, but he's a big load, and I think that threw them off a little bit. And Greg did a nice job on him, just like he did on Crowley the other day. Crowley was patient. He didn't have many, but he wound up with about 14. But Pinckney was the one that hurt us. He hit a couple threes and scored the ball. But they've got a good team. I mean, Jay's a great offensive coach, and they're playing matchup zone for the most part, press a little bit, and it's been good to them.
Kentrell hasn't been shooting or scoring quite as much. Is that just kind of the way teams are defending him? Or is he just not, he's just really patient, he's not going to force a hole?
Yeah, that's the main thing, Kevin, is that just like we want to take the guards out, Taylor and Kerfman, where everybody we play wants to take out Greg and Kentrell. You have to. And that's what their focus is. So we have to be patient. I was proud of Greg the other night. Ironically, he cleaned up 2 of Kentrell's misses. He got a 3-point shot rebound in the first half and laid it in, and then he got another one. Kentrell missed a short jumper, and we got them both in. But Kentrell's not shot the ball as much as we'd like, but he'll be fine. He had a couple of turnovers the other night, but he'll be back. He'll be ready. I thought he played great defense.
Is when he got here and you obviously didn't know what you had in him at the time, is his defensive ability really what surprised you? The progress that he's made defensively to where he is right now more than anything?
Probably. And his strength, he's gotten stronger. Hadn't grown a lot, but he was slight when he came in here, and he's worked hard in the weight room, and he's stronger with the ball, Kevin. He can get to the basket now and finish plays that he couldn't when he was younger just because of his physical stature.